What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for the Real Housewives of Miami season 6 episode 4. So everybody's getting ready for the charity basketball game. So Dr. Nicole and her fiance, they go for date night, and he actually takes her to have some basketball lessons from an actual NBA basketball player. And so that was cute. That was definitely cute. And then they talk about basically what's going on in their relationship. And both of them agree that they're okay with not stressing and pressed about a marriage date, that, they're engaged and it is what it is. They really want to focus on having a second baby first. And that's really where they want the majority of their focus to go. Then they talk about the game and how it's Alexia's birthday. And basically, Dr. Cole was like, I hope we don't have a repeat of last year, with all of us in the sprinter and it being a whole situation, which of course, we ended up having a repeat of last year. Anyway, we'll get to that. So then we have Julia. She goes over to Adriana's house, and she's talking about where she's going to do her opera event for Martina. And Adriana volunteers her home. She says, "Listen, I've got this backyard area. We can set up tables." Like they talk about the whole thing. And Adriana was like, Julia was like, "Thank you so much. This is a really nice gesture, So they're going to use Adriana's house, which, of course, I know that's going to end up being an issue. But anyway. And then we have to sit through another lesson that Julia is having for the opera. Look. I think it's a beautiful gesture. But I just don't feel like every episode we need to hear her practicing. That's all I'm saying. I just don't feel like we need to hear it. Okay. We see Alexia with Frankie and with her other son. Frankie has embarked on some new treatment. It's like an oxygen treatment to try to help the flow of oxygen go to Frankie's brain. This is a part of the program that we saw him getting involved in last year. And she said that she has seen a difference, that he's expanding his vocabulary, that he seems to be able to, hold conversations longer and she said it's definitely helping him be able to do things that he could, more complicated tasks or what have you. So I was happy to hear it, that it's working out well for him. I love me some Frankie Child. So then we have Lisa and her kids going over to, her boyfriend name? Josh, Jordan, Julian, boyfriend. Now she says that the kids know him well, but the kids do not know him as her boyfriend. And I can understand that. Like, it probably is too soon for them. She is technically still married to their dad. And, I'm sure that could be very confusing, especially since daddy already got a girlfriend. Okay. She said, yeah, I have a lot of gay friends. So I think that, they probably just feel like he's another one of my gay friends. First of all, why do your kids even understand that concept? Like, why can't it just be that's just another friend? Like, yes, I don't know. Maybe it's me that I feel like, why do they have to keep saying gay, gay, gay? Like, your kids are young. Like, they just know you have a lot of friends, right? You have a lot of male friends, and they're comfortable with them. And like, it would suffice to say, I haven't introduced him as my boyfriend. Like, I feel like that was enough. Like, we didn't need all of that extra. I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments, am I tripping? I just didn't feel like it was necessary for her to be like, yeah, I've got a lot of gay friends, so they just think he's another one of my gay friends. Like, her kids look like, the son is like, what, 8, maybe 7, and the daughter is like 4 or 5. Like, that's not even a concept that they should be, I don't know. Okay, never mind. I'm not dealing with it. But anyway, so we see that. So, yay, Lisa. Who... You with your new boyfriend and your kids. Okay. And of course, we had to have the obligatory Lenny ain't-ish conversation. What Lenny's doing and what Lenny's doing. I don't understand how he puts up with it. Because it ain't no way in hell I'm going to be in a relationship and this woman talk about her husband, soon to be ex-husband, the whole damn time. Like, I'm just not doing it. But anyway, so there's that. So then we get ready for the party. For the basketball game. We see everybody getting themselves together, and they all getting into the sprinter. Okay? Larsa had divided the ladies up into teams, but she had Adriana on the same team as, I think, Alexia. I'm not sure. Um, but Alexia was like, "Yeah, I don't want her on my team. It's my birthday, and I don't want her on my team. I shouldn't have to deal with her if I don't want to deal with her." But anyway, so they all get on, and then Lisa doesn't want her on her team because Lisa's like, "I just don't want to deal with her. Like, I don't want to put up with it." But we get on the sprinter, and everybody's on the sprinter except for Julia, and Martina is going to meet them at the actual arena. But everybody else is on the sprinter. They're on the sprinter, and Adriana announces to everybody that she has gas. Here's how I feel about certain things. And I know that I'm an old lady. I know I'm an old lady. But I don't understand why we need to hear your flatulence. I get it. We all do it, and it is what it is. And sometimes you can't control it. Depends on what you eat, blah, blah, blah. So she made the announcement to the whole van. And of course, the whole van had a reaction because, again, don't nobody want to deal with that. So they end up having to take a bathroom break because Marcus has to go to the bathroom, right? Of all the people that you would think had to take a bathroom break, it probably wouldn't be Marcus, but Marcus had to go to the bathroom. So Adriana gets off the bus so that she can, pass gas. Alexia and Marisol are in the bathroom. And literally, all the cameras showed us, now let's be clear, all the cameras showed us was basically them talking about the fact that Adriana has gas and they really don't want to deal with her and her gas. Adriana overhears it and she's like, "Oh my gosh, some things never change. You guys are just talking about me and that is just that is so terrible." And I'm like, "Girl, they literally stated a fact. You just told you literally have to be on a bus with a bus full of people for the next hour, and you just told them you have gas." Absolutely, they're having a conversation. I would have had a conversation about it too, and I probably would have said the same thing, if not worse. So I didn't see what the big deal was. But again, it is just an excuse for Adriana to be mad. So then she gets back on the bus, and then she tells the whole bus how they were talking about her and how some things never change and how she was really trying. And why would you even say that we're turning over a new leaf if you're going to just keep doing the same thing you've always done? I'm sorry, pot called kettle, because of course, Alexia pulls out her back pocket the fact that you were having a whole conversation about her on the way to her New Horizon party where you were talking about basically she thinks she's better than everybody because Todd has money. So of course it turns into a whole argument and they get to bickering and they are literally yelling and arguing with each other it seemed like the remainder of the trip. And Adriana is now playing victim. And I'm like, "Girl, you literally started this." Because Alexia, it sounds like against her husband's wishes, extended an invitation for you to come to this party and come into her home, which of course we know she probably had to do for the purposes of the show, but it doesn't matter. Her husband didn't want you to do it. So he chose to not be at the party at his own home because he really didn't want to be around you. And on the way to her house, y'all had literally just made up. On the way to her house, you proceed to talk shit about her, about how she thinks she's better than y'all because now she's got Todd and Todd has money. And again, it all rolls back to your own insecurities. See, Adriana, this all goes back to your own insecurities. It seems like you used to have a little money and now your financial situation ain't what it used to be. And now you feel some kind of way about everybody else that is in a position to have some sort of money. You are making this a money equals power thing. Now, again, I really didn't watch the first. I think I watched the first couple of episodes, and that's probably it. So I honestly can't speak on the power structure prior to, but that's how I feel like it was. I feel like Adriana was the one that had a little money, and now she feels inferior because I don't really see how Alexia is flaunting her money. Now, Alexia can be an asshole, and y'all know I've had my issues with Alexia, but not in that regard. So they proceed to argue, like I said, all the way um to the damn stadium, arena, whatever. So they get to the arena and they're in the dressing room, and now Adriana is playing victim, right? Now Adriana's over there crying. Julia comes in and Julia's like, what's wrong? Because now Julia wasn't on the bus. So she's going to go and hear Adriana's version of the story, which, of course, in Adriana's version of the story, they're so mean to me. I can't believe they did this to me. They don't really mean it. They don't like me. Why do they keep doing this to me? Girl, you literally started this whole thing because they said something about your ass passing gas, okay? You literally started this whole thing because you were mad that they were talking about you having gas. Like, are you serious right now? And it was just ridiculous to me. To me, it was ridiculous. Now, y'all can put in the comments. Y'all can feel how y'all want to feel about it. But I just felt like this whole situation was ridiculous. They played the basketball games, which was cute and all. Julia scored a point. Now, Dr. Nicole was doing real good in her practice session. But out there on that court, honey, I don't know what happened between Monday and Friday, but baby, she wasn't making nothing. But it looked like they had a good time. I mean, of course, they were integrated on other teams, so it was other players at the game and all of that good stuff. But it looked like it was a great charity event, and it was all good. So when they got back, oh, and Alexia threw something out there, like, oh, if you think you're jealous now, wait till you see what I'm getting for my birthday. And Alexia was like, I just threw it as a dig because I knew it was going to get on her nerves, which, again, I ain't mad at you. That sounds like some shit I would have done too. Like, oh, you already think that I'm throwing my money in your face? Okay, well, watch this. Watch this. So after the game, they go into the locker room and they're singing happy birthday and they have a cake and everything. And of course, Adriana's in the bathroom, not participating, trying to be rude, and playing, like I said, pouting and shit, like somebody did something to her. And of course, Alexia got like an expensive ass watch. I don't know, one of them Rolexes, I think, or somebody else. I don't know. But an expensive ass watch. And of course, it pretty much put the exclamation point on Adriana being so upset, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. This episode, that's really all this episode was giving me. It really wasn't a whole lot more to it. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.